Now I'm going to show you a little bit about list views because the list view component is a little bit tricky. The component itself is actually not too bad, but there's some subtleties around the list view component that you guys are going to have to deal with. So if I get rid of these guys, let me now put in a list, list view. And so if I put a list view, okay, there it is. And let's give it an item. So we'll just call this a menu because maybe I'm trying to build some kind of a menu. So I'm gonna jump back into IntelliJ, and now both of those things are gone. So instead I have a list view object. And what are we gonna put in there? List view is kind of like an array list, so we have to specify what it is we're gonna put in there. So we'll make a list view of strings, and we'll just call this menu. And we can go ahead and initialize that. You'll see it's now we don't have a button and a text. I'm going to actually copy and paste some code I've already written. So if we had an array list that we wanted to initialize that list view with, I just imported array list. So currently this array list is just 2 strings. It's just hi and bye, but it can be anything. You will notice that when you try to, no, it's called menu, see the different methods that you have available to you for the list view object. All you're trying to do is just display some things in your list view. The list view component is really nice because it handles multiple objects really nicely. So it's a built-in component that's, well, as you guessed it, designed to view lists of things. And so the method that we're interested in here is going to be set items, and you'll see that the argument it's looking for is an observable list, and we don't have an observable list. What we do have is an array list. And so what we can do is actually use a static method in the FX collections class. And then you'll see that one of those is called observable array list, which is going to essentially, right there, give us a way of converting an array list into an observable list. And so this static method, observable array list in the FX collections class, wants an argument of an array list, a list in this case, because that's just what I called it. And we said this was going to be a menu, right? So let's do a burger and fries. And so that is actually it. That's all we need to do. And no matter how many items you add in here, they're gonna render nicely inside our um, list view component. So let's just go ahead and run that real quick. There it is, burger and fries. And you'll see that there's a whole bunch of things that are kind of built into the list view component, like highlighting, and um, I can actually use my up and down arrow keys and so on and so forth. So we can actually add lots of other things as well. And if we do that, you'll see that the list view component even has like a scroll feature built into it. So existing components like list view are really nice because you don't have to write all the code to achieve these types of features.